or simply because he is not saying what you want to hear.
So, number 5, tapos to.
In order to eradicate corruption, I think there is a problem with that. Mas manulaw ng corruption, you should not undermine human rights and basic due process. What is simply the very due process that is being enshrined in the Philippine Constitution, the very Philippine Constitution authored by Justice Benjamin. The irony here. Basically, ang due process, that the due process dictates that a case should be tried in a jurisdiction or in a forum that is independent, a forum that will give you the opportunity to be heard, the right to present the witness, the right to cross-examine, plus facilitating very few the cross-examine. Very cross-examine. And you will be subjected to harsh words from the senators and commission, who has no other point of understanding. Ang principle of constitutionalism means you have to balance personal liberty and national balance. Well, police power states that it is the greatest good for greatest number. But we have to make sure that the individual rights are protected. Because in criminal law also, it is very clear that it is better to free 1,000 criminals than to convict a single innocent. That's very clear in the principles, in the philosophy behind criminal law. Now, it is better to free 1,000 criminals than to convict a single innocent. That is how important individual liberty is. That is why, under also the vice penal presumption of innocence. And there is a quantum of evidence that is proved here very soon. And it is the principle of police power that's greatest good for greatest number. I think you can see that in the application of our Bill of Rights, in the application of police power. Let me give you an example. A person is traveling, well, under the Constitution, you have the right to travel, right? The liberty of the abode, the right to travel. You can travel anywhere you want, as long as you have the money to pay your fare, as long as you have the visa, you can go wherever you want to go. However, if you pose threat to national security, if you have a disease that is considered contagious, the state now can stop you from traveling. That is the application of the police power of the state. Your individual right may be violated by the state, but the effect is the greatest good is being served. That is the principle of constitutionalism. You have to balance individual rights and the exercise of the three powers of the state, not just the police power. As a matter of fact, we're going to define constitutionalism. It means say, I use the balance between the three powers of the state, or the inherent powers of the state, and the Bill of Rights, as enshrined in Article 3 of the Constitution. As a matter of fact, the provision of Article 3 is a limitation in the exercise of the three powers of the state, and vice versa. The application of the three powers of the state can serve as a limitation in the exercise of the state. Under the civil code, you have the right of ownership. You say right of ownership, the right to own, and included in the right of ownership is the right to sell, the right to dispose, the right to sell, the right to dispose, the right to destroy. So you can do whatever you want with your property, provided in the exercise of these rights you do not violate the rights of another person. We have bilateral access to that. The owner of the plane cannot make use thereof to injure the rights of another person. The Latin term is state potere tu, o talino non rights. hypothetical was real. So the owner of the thing that makes use thereof will endure the rights of another person. So that's very clear in our Philippine Constitution. That there has to have a balance of power and the exercise of the rights of power.